Jaron Boots Ennis was on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, and yeah, he spoke about his upcoming fight with Karen Kukachan. And he has some interesting things to say about Terence Bud Crawford. It's your boy, Mr. 926, a.k.a. Bushido the Dragon, a.k.a. the Black Mage, a.k.a. I can just do this all day, the two-time demonetized champion of the world.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. We have 350 people and 90 fucking 5 likes.
Check it out, man. Boots. Jaron Boots Ennis, man. Got a fight coming up. Karen Kukachan. It's the rematch, right? It's rare that we see a rematch in this type of fight, right? It's not like necessarily a huge fight, right? Usually the huge fights, you know, if there was some type of controversy in the fight and it warrants a rematch, then, you know, we tend to get the rematch. But in this case, the IBF said, nah, Boots, you got to go see this dude again. And, well, here we are. Jaron Boots Ennis was on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, and he gets asked about Terence Crawford. Now, Terence Crawford, as we know, is looking for big fights, lucrative opportunities, while he got a little bit of prime left in him, right? But Jaron Boots Ennis had this to say.
True or false, by the time it's all said and done, you will fight Terence Crawford?
Hopefully it's true. You know, like I said, you know, I've been asking for those fights, you know, for that fight. You know, I'm tired of answering them same questions. You know, y'all go ask him. You know, I said yes plenty of times. I'm tired of answering them.
And after hearing what Boots had to say, he said he's tired of asking. You know, ask him. You know, he's just tired of talking about it. He's tired of asking him. I mean, I don't know what else to say, right? I don't know what else to say because, let's be honest, Jaron Boots Ennis, while I always stated that Crawford should fight Boots Ennis, I do also understand that Crawford has other plans that, well, it took him damn near almost 40 years old to get to be able to do what he's trying to do now, right? So Crawford's not looking at guys like Boots who only obtained the IBF belt via technicality, via email, whatever you want to call it, right? Are we serious? So fans are hell-bent on Bud fighting Boots for whatever reason, right? The obvious reason. Boots Ennis appears to be the guy that could topple Terence Bud Crawford, right? On paper, when we watching him. He looks like he has all the speed, the power, the skills to beat a guy like Bud Crawford. To some guys, right? To some people, Jaron Boots Ennis appears to have what it takes to beat Terence Crawford. But do he really got what it takes? Because we haven't seen him conquer no weight classes. We haven't seen him move up in no weight classes. Actually, Boots Ennis, if a guy like Crawford is looking to have meaningful fights, a fight with Boots Ennis isn't anything but a hardcore fan's fantasy fight. That's all it really is, because Jaron Boots Ennis, from Crawford's perspective, really don't bring nothing to the table. Not a box office draw, not a pay-per-view draw, barely a main event. And I'm not saying this disrespectfully, right? I'm just stating the facts. He's barely a main event fighter. Eddie Hearn's going to try to do his best to really push Boots, right? But this is what Crawford's looking for right now. The big-name fighters, the fighters that kind of done something in the game already. Boots Ennis got a belt via IBF strippage. He didn't really get it by beating the best guy. He didn't move up a weight class and take out all the guys and conquer that division. And Boots was smart, though. He'll go up to 54 and start collecting belts there. Since Crawford wants to have 154 as his new home, right? And he's hinting on facing guys like Canelo and all this other stuff. Well, if Boots was smart, he'll say, you know, after Kukachan, I'm going up to 54, and I'm taking care of these guys at the top of that weight class. So then Crawford has no choice but to see me. Right? So Boots has moves and options that he can make and take to fight a guy like Crawford. Crawford's looking at it like, dude, why would I give you an opportunity when nobody gave me shit, bro? Nobody. I got slandered and bashed for years just because I wanted to fight the top fighters. They say I didn't know nobody. I didn't fight nobody. I'm with the wrong promoter. I don't sell no ticket. They said everything about Bud, except that he can't fight. Right? They never said that. But this is what Crawford went through over the years. I think some of you guys may have forgotten. But he was more accomplished. Terence Crawford himself was a lot more accomplished than a lot of his peers who was high-siding on him. Dude's career welterweights and shit. Maybe 1 or 2 titles. You know, and I don't say that like it's nothing. That's a huge accomplishment within itself. But I'm just saying in general, in comparison to Crawford, those guys was really, really high sign on Bud, and Bud was way more accomplished than them. Way more accomplished, even back then. So you mean to tell me, I'm still kind of under the weather, you guys. I'm still kind of sick, if you didn't notice. But you mean to tell me, so you after all that bullshit with the politics and the asshole boxing fans and and promoters and all this stuff that Bud went through, you guys just want him to go and give Jaron Boots and just give him a shot. Why? Because the fans said so. Nah, hell no, fuck y'all. Because I gave Sean Porter a fight, my boy. I didn't really want to fight him for real. But the fans forced that fight to happen. And guess what happened? Well, Sean Porter was out the door already. Oh, he was never no good anyway. Oh, Kenny Porter this. Like, come on, man. So, no, I'm not doing nothing because the fans said it. Because the fans go say the same thing about Boots. Oh, well, he was too green. Well, he ain't really done nothing in the sport yet. Right? Oh, well, he was chinny anyway. Oh, he barely beat Gary Antoine Russell in the amateurs, blah, blah, blah. So he hasn't really proved it. Come on, bro. So, yeah, I see where Crawford is coming from. You know, but I also would say that he should fight Boots Ennis if all else fails. If all else fails. I think boxing fans kind of just forgot what this guy went through, right? You know, one of the most accomplished guys in the sport, right? And he still couldn't get dudes to fight him because they was looking for excuses. And then here we got another talented fighter coming up. However, he is nowhere near as accomplished as Crawford was. Even at Boots' age right now, and Crawford still move up multiple weight. He has some things done already in the sport. Fighter of the year, stuff like that, right? ESPYs and, you know, all these awards he was winning and titles and whatever, right? Lineal, all that. All that. Bud pretty much checked off every box, everything you can do in boxing. 2-time undisputed champion. 2-time in 2 weight classes, undisputed champion. Come on, bro. So you mean to tell me that a guy who really got his belt via IBF email, and like I said, I don't want to sound like I'm just trying to bash Boots or nothing, but I'm just stating the facts and the reality. It's warranted a shot with a guy like Terence Crawford, considering we sat here and watched for years what Bud Crawford went through with the politics. And now that he's finally in a position to kind of do what he wants to do, everybody see that Bud is really that guy. He's one of the top names in the sport of boxing. So you guys want him to go back down to what and fight who? For why? Right? Now, see Boots, like I said, moved up to 54, conquer some of those that go beat Bakaram, or somebody take his belt, and then Crawford gonna have to see whoever got the gonna have to IBF, right? They're gonna have to see somebody if he wants to be undisputed in the 3rd weight division. If that's still the option for Bud, well, he gonna have to see Bakaram or Boots. So if Boots knows what he got to do, bro, and it's definitely not sitting at 147 fighting guys like Karen Kukachan. It's definitely not that, bro. But everybody's path is different. Maybe it's simply just not Jaron Boots Ennis' time, right? Maybe his time will come a lot sooner than it did for Terence Crawford, and I hope that's the case for Jaron Boots Ennis, because it sucks to see these guys finally get these opportunities, these super talented fighters who may not at all get an opportunity, or maybe when it's too late, they start to get these big fights and opportunities like Boo Boo Andre. They waited years and years before Boo Boo really got a significant fight in the sport, and then by then you can question, was he passing it? You know, was he on, fighting all these stale fights prior, and then he finally fights a big-name guy at damn near 35, 36 years old when he was calling on everybody for years in his prime. So Crawford is an outlier. He actually got lucky. That he's still it's just simply who he is in the sport. He got lucky because some guys at his age, at this point, would have been fell off. Adrian Broner fell off. Keith Thurman fell off. I guess Sean Porter, I guess you could say he fell off because he's retired. Like a lot of people is falling off. Danny fell off. It's only a few guys that's been around for an X amount of time that's still hanging on strong. And the guys that I could think of at the top of my head is Terence Crawford and Erislandy Lara. Outside of those two dudes, and maybe Canelo, if you want to take away his age, Canelo's been around for a long time doing this thing. But then again, Canelo is also a fighter who can kind of dictate his career and truly, fully pick and choose who he wants to fight. So if he don't feel like fighting any tough guys, well, guess what? Canelo's not going to do that. He's not. I paid my dues already. I'm not about to fight nobody tough if I don't feel like it. Fuck y'all fans. I'll do what I want to do. So Jaron Boots Ennis, man, I think his time is going to eventually come. And honestly, I hope for his sake and his team, that it happens sooner than later than for a lot of other guys, man. Guillermo Rigondeaux couldn't get no fights, had to move up 2 weight classes at almost 40 years old to fight the great Lomachenko, right? He had to move up 2 weight classes. Loma didn't want to take the fight, but Rigo was starving for a big name fight, and he had to move up 2 weight classes to see dude. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I hope that's not the case for Jaron Boots Ennis. Unfortunately, the guy that they boxing is kind of looking at is a guy like Terence Crawford, a guy who survived the onslaught of the politics, and now they want him to double back down and give Jaron Boots Ennis a shot. I mean, I guess that could be the honorary thing to do, to get a young fighter a shot. But I say he should give Boots a shot if all else fails. Tell me what you guys think. Jaron Boots Ennis said he is tired of asking. Why don't y'all go ask Terence Crawford? Like, subscribe, how's your boy? Peace out.